Hello, it's Brandy, and I'm checking in. I just realized I didn't quite put a video together to talk through or document my day one of the fast. I had no intentions of doing a fast this weekend, but I feel like the timing is right, and I feel inspired to go forward and have a 3-day water fast, and primarily avoiding any foods, any anything that has calories. So just drinking water. I might have herbal tea, which is also 0 calories and caffeine free. So that's what I'm doing for the next 72 hours, and I'm going to be praying. I'm going to be journaling. I'm going to be reading my scriptures, which is something I do every day anyway. And I'm going to be just spending some time in my prayer room and just trying to see where I get from this fast and what God has for me. I've never done an Esther fast before. I know some people do a fast with no food, no water. I feel like water is fine. So for me, just to make sure to keep safety in mind, I am opting to do a water fast. I've done 36-hour fast and that sort of thing. But I think the difference for that is that I normally fast where I eat like a fat bomb, which is, it doesn't break the fast, but it gives me calories. So I've never done just a water fast. So this is new, but I feel inspired. I feel like God has encouraged me to step into this process. So I'm going for it. And I'm excited and a little nervous, to be honest, but I just wanted to film something quickly to walk through day one. I started my fast around 3:30 on Friday. It's November 8th, so I'm gonna wrap up around Monday, 3:30, which would be November 11th. Yeah, so I'll check in each day to share a little bit about my journey. And I have also something that's important to note is I haven't told anyone about my fast. Even though I'm recording this won't be released until sometime after. So no one knows that I'm doing this except for me and God. And potentially I will share this video, and I'm just making sure to document it just in case I'd like to share it. So I will see you tomorrow. I think right now it's 7, so I'm not too far into the fast. Technically 3:30. It's been a few hours at best, but doing fine. I ate some chicken and a big protein smoothie, and that was it, because I started off the day like a normal day. So I didn't expect my day to turn into a fast today, but I feel like now it is. So here we go. So day one, I'll check in tomorrow, maybe around 3:30, so I have something or enough of something to share. Okay. Hello, it is now almost a full 24 hours. It's 3:05, and technically I think I finished my last meal yesterday around 3 o'clock. So it's probably been 24 hours, literally, of me being in my fasted state of Esther fast, first time. I'm having a little brain fog, but I also think it's because I did not... Oh, I forgot to take ibuprofen. That's what it was. So I have a caffeine withdrawal kind of brain fog. I just came back from a 2-mile walk with my friend, and we had a good time. And it's a friend that I met where we have all these great conversations about faith. So it's nice to have friends who also are believers. That's been really helpful to me. But I drank one of these this morning. This is a 40-ounce glass. And I drank the water with a little bit of lemon and sea salt just because I know that if I'm not eating any food, there's a risk of me maybe fainting. And if I can like drink a little bit of electrolytes, that would be a good benefit. My mind, it feels foggy and my thoughts feel clouded, but I'm gonna try and do some work in my apothecary today. I have some creative projects I'm really excited to try, a little nervous about, so I wanna make some prayer boxes / jewelry boxes. And I'm gonna be using, what is it called? Resin or epoxy? I think it's resin. So that should be something fun and hopefully very cathartic, creatively speaking. So I'm gonna do some work in my apothecary, and the only thing I'm allowing myself to consume for media is like I can check my messages and respond to messages like once a day or once or twice a day, not too many times, keeping the phone down except for maybe to check in here. I'm also making it so I'm only listening to gospel, which is kind of my everyday anyway, but also I can listen to classical, and I'm not watching any YouTube videos because that's like my favorite thing to do. When I have extra time and want to just chill out, I'll watch a YouTube video. So that's something I'm fasting from completely during this fast, because I want God to understand that He has my attention, so I can hear from Him, and just feel clarity and a deeper connection. So that is what I am up to so far. And I mean, I could take a nap if I wanted, perhaps. Maybe, but I have to think about that because sometimes I don't sleep well when I'm fasting. But I don't feel hungry. No hunger pangs, like not physically hungry. I feel like I'm hitting a mentally hungry kind of wall of thinking about food and different things I would want to eat, blah, blah, blah. But I'm trying to like refocus my attention on other things. Fortune says what's up, as usual. But yeah, that's it. That's all I can think of for right now. And I will check in tomorrow around the same time to share an update on day 2. And I'll probably have maybe 2 more of these today just to make sure to hydrate or flush my system, since now's the time. And I think the other 2 drinks will just be water, plain water, to honor Esther, because I could have herbal tea, which is also 0 calories, but for the sake of this being my first time and wanting to try and honor the way Esther did it, except for like I do need some electrolytes, so trying to minimize like getting too fancy or creative with it. But yeah, that's day 2. I am not physically hungry. I have fasted for I think up to 42 hours before, but that's when I was using like the fat fast method, and so it's, I think, helped train me to like, my body's like, oh, okay, I know what we're doing, so cool. So this is the first time I've ever fasted with water and not doing the fat fast method. So I hope that this update serves. I will be back tomorrow. See you soon. Hello. So I am on day 2, coming to a close. So it's technically 3:31. So literally right now, I am 1 minute into day 3 of my Esther fast. And yesterday was actually quite intense. So I have yet to feel like truly hungry beyond like mentally hungry. Thinking about food, seeing food is definitely something I'm avoiding very intentionally, because when I think about food or see food, I think more about like the process of eating food. And if I don't think about it, then I'm fine and I don't have any actual physical cravings for food, which is really bizarre. I didn't know you could do that. I thought like you would just be having the hardest time and just like in pain and agony, but this is actually very good. And I thank God, because God might be like, let me help you make sure you do this first time, So I feel like I've been drinking a lot of water. So whenever I do feel hungry or like there might be a chance I could get hungry, preventatively I'm drinking water just to like make sure I don't back myself into a corner. But last night something really interesting happened where I drank some water, I think maybe around 5, and then I was like, I don't want to drink any more water because I don't want to be up all night using the restroom off and on. But then I woke up out of my sleep because my heart was beating so fast. It woke me up. So my heart was beating really rapidly and really like intensely. So it woke me up and I knew something was wrong. So I was like, okay, I'm overheating. First, I need to take off all these blankets and extra like clothes, like sweatshirt over my pajamas, and then I think I had like a robe on as well. So I was layered. So I took off all the layers. I reduced the covers. I turned on the fan because I realized like my heart was beating too fast and that wasn't so great. And then I was like, oh no, is this gonna am I gonna have a heart attack? Honestly, that's what I was thinking. So I thought for a moment, and I feel like God said, go drink some cold water. You need something really cold to cool your body temperature. So I went downstairs and made ice water and chugged that, turned on my fan. With all that going, my heart rate started to slow back down. So I just had overheated. But it was scary because then I was like, well, what's all of this? And I was kind of just keeping the eye out for like if I felt any cramps or pressure on my chest cavity in general, which can be a sign or symptom of heart attack. And I've never done this Esther fast before, ever. I've eaten every day of my life mostly, except for fasting days. So I wasn't sure. So just to be safe, as I kind of just waited, I said, okay, I'm gonna give it 20 minutes and see if my heart rate calms back down. And it did, but then my chest started cramping, like my chest over this whole area, here and then here. So I was not sure what that was about. So I did go have 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, which does not break your fast. So I just did that to have like a little bit of insurance and peace of mind. And it doesn't actually take me out of my fast, but I have yet to eat any food. And it's the end of day 2. So 48 hours cleared at this point, and 1 teaspoon of coconut oil just for like health and safety reasons. And I feel like God still knows my heart, so I'm not going to say like that's a failure. But I do think tonight I'm going to be testing out drinking like maybe some cold water before bed. That sounds strange to do, but I want to keep my body temperature cold or cooler at bedtime tonight to see if I sleep through the night. Also, I woke up several times throughout the night. One time I woke up where I was deep in sleep and I just popped awake, like bloop, I'm awake. And I was like, that's really bizarre. That's never happened. So, I don't know, but day 2 was interesting. So then I slept in a little bit this morning, and then I went to church, And then I came home, did some work on the apothecary. I don't know if you can see it, but I made some prayer boxes. I can't wait. They're gonna be so nice. I'm gonna take them to my upcoming market, and they turned out really good. It's my first time using resin. Or actually, I might be able to show you real quick. Let me see. Okay, so look at this. I did this with resin and wood stain, and then I haven't finished the inside yet. So I want to maybe stain the inside and then do a gloss finish on the stained wood. And then it's done. But isn't it cute? Look how pretty my resin design turned out to be. Okay, so this is a prayer box, or also it could be a jewelry box, or it could be a gratitude box. So you can kind of just use it for however you want, whatever you want. But I think it turned out really well. So there you have it. So yeah, day 2 was good, and I didn't really feel any hunger pains, except maybe around 6 or so, and then I just drank water. 5 or 6, I had my water, and then I was fine again. So I find that drinking hot water has the soup effect, so that seems to be something that works. Like, I've only drank hot water except for when I had that issue of like overheating. So drinking hot water, I think, does the same thing it does to like eat broth or soup. So I think maybe that's how I'm not feeling like the starvation of it all. So anyway, day 2 is a success. Tomorrow I will be finished with my Esther fast by 3:30. I'm gonna try out my sleep technique tonight to like cool down, see if that helps, and then I will see. I mean, I am doing this fast, asking for God to give me clarity and answer some questions and provide me with direction. So I'm just hanging out, and we shall see. But it's been good. I've gotten some confirmations and some support, and I think sometimes with the Esther fast, it's not all going to happen instantly, but I would be down with that too. All right, see you tomorrow. Hello, it is 3:41, day 3 complete, and I struggled a little bit more because I think I knew mentally I'd be eating today, but I made it. I completed the fast, and I would say today was okay until like I started really thinking about, oh, in an hour I can eat. And I made the interesting choice to go grocery shopping, but I needed to because I need to dehydrate some fruit for a tea blend that I make. So the digestion tea has fresh kiwi and apple in it to help with digestion. So I did it, and I'm excited. I will say around 3:08, I ate a small little piece of kiwi because I was making fruit salad, but I believe I actually started my fast at 3, so I'm still in the clear, but I want to go to 3:30 just to have that extra oomph. So during this Esther fast, I ate 1 teaspoon of coconut oil because I was overheating and I couldn't figure out what was going on with my body, and I wanted to have insurance for safety and health. And then the other thing, I ate a piece of kiwi, like a 1/4-inch piece of kiwi, if even that, but it was more automatic because I was food prepping before my time was up. So I would encourage you not to food prep if you're a person who likes to eat and you are making things that you actually would want to eat. But I made it through the fast. It was great. I feel like I'm still trying to sort out what God has for me, and I'm going to give it time because I don't believe like the Esther fast itself is the window of breakthrough per se, but potentially just proving your intent with God is letting him know that you're really listening and open to hear from him. So I don't think it is always going to be in the vacuum of the 72 hours. But would I do this again? Most definitely. I would do this again, but I wouldn't do it like on a monthly basis or quarterly basis, because I feel like that's not me really doing it for the right reasons. Routine isn't the same as like feeling like I need this additional connection with God. So I will do them as I feel inclined or that I need more clarity or support. Also, I lost 6 pounds, so that's really cool. Sorry. I'm getting to that place where I can appreciate that too. So be mindful when you do an Esther fast, there may be a change in your weight, especially if you're not wanting a change in your weight. So be careful. But you could just eat as normal, and your body will go back to whatever your normal is unless you're actively changing your behaviors from the time of fasting. So you can't fast a couple days and then keep the 6 pounds off unless I start fasting every week in some capacity. And I might, because I was interested in losing about 10 pounds, so I'm closer now, so that's cool. So yes, I would do it again. And I'm about to break my fast right now. So I made some chicken noodle soup because, broth is really good. And then I made some cornbread muffins because I wanted them. And then I have a turkey and cheese sandwich. And then for dessert, I'm going to have some fruit salad. And then I'm going to a dinner party this evening, so I'm going to take extra fruit salad because I don't really want to eat like baked desserts. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a 30-day dessert fast, with the exception of Thanksgiving Day, because I'm going to eat whatever I want that day. But I think I'm going to hold that ground and just hold off on desserts for the next 30 days, and maybe 2 weeks in, almost 2 weeks into that. Okay, well, hopefully this was helpful and encouraging. Please give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Take great care. Catch you next time.